Mel Owens has been on quite the journey. From the moment he first stepped into the world of The Golden Bachelor, fans could sense this season would be something special. And now, as the finale looms, things are more intense, more emotional, and yes, more romantic than ever. This week, Jesse Palmer decided it was time to check in with Mel. After all, the poor man's heart has been pulled in two directions, toward Peg and toward Cindy. Both women have captured his attention in completely different ways, but only one can win that final rose. When Jesse sat down with Mel, it wasn't your average, polite host chat. No, this was an honest, heart-on-the-sleeve kind of talk. Jesse wanted to know exactly where Mel's head and heart were at. He could see the tension written all over Mel's face. And when Jesse asked, "How are you feeling about Peg and Cindy?" Mel let out a long sigh. You could practically feel the weight of his thoughts through the screen. He admitted, "They're both incredible women, Jesse. Peg makes me laugh. She's got that fire, that spark that keeps things exciting. But Cindy's got this calmness, this warmth that makes me feel at peace. I don't know how I'm supposed to choose." Jesse leaned back, smiling the way only Jesse Palmer can, sympathetic yet slightly amused by the chaos of love. "You know, Mel, you gotta make a decision soon. The heart doesn't like being stuck in limbo." And just like that, the room went quiet. You could tell Mel knew Jesse was right, but knowing and feeling ready are two completely different things. What's fascinating about this point in the journey is how real it's gotten. It's no longer about group dates, roses, or limo entrances. It's about two people who could potentially change the course of Mel's life. Let's talk about Peg for a moment. From the very beginning, she's been that burst of energy in every room. She's got the kind of personality that turns even the most mundane moments into laughter. Fans love how she's unapologetically herself, whether she's cracking jokes or teasing Mel about his dancing skills. Peg brings fun into every situation, and for someone like Mel, who's spent much of his later life focused on responsibilities, that spark feels like pure sunshine. But Peg also has a deeper side. When the camera zoomed in during their last one-on-one date, you could see how much she genuinely cared. She told Mel she wasn't here for fame or adventure. She was here because she saw something real in him. And when she said that, the way Mel looked at her, you could almost see his walls come down a little bit. Then there's Cindy. Elegant, grounded, and effortlessly kind. She's the type of woman who doesn't need to compete for attention. Her quiet confidence speaks volumes. With Cindy, Mel seems to find comfort. He once said she reminds him of what love used to feel like back in the day. Simple, warm, steady. During their last date, Cindy opened up about her past, sharing memories of her late husband and what it means to love again. That moment touched Mel deeply. For two people who've lived so much life already, that conversation wasn't just touching, it was healing. Now, imagine Mel sitting there after Jesse leaves, probably running through every memory in his mind. The way Peg laughs when she gets nervous, the way Cindy reaches out to hold his hand when words aren't enough. He's torn between two completely different energies, one that excites him and one that calms him. And that's the heart of this decision. Does he want passion or peace? Adventure or stability? Fire or home? Even the fans are split right down the middle. Social media is buzzing with opinions. Team Peg fans are saying, "She's the one who makes him come alive," while Team Cindy supporters argue, "Love isn't about sparks, it's about connection and comfort." And honestly, both sides have a point. Jesse Palmer, ever the voice of reason, knows that. He's seen this pattern play out season after season. The leads always reach this crossroad where logic and emotions start battling it out. And as he told Mel, there's no avoiding it. You just have to follow your heart. But following your heart isn't as easy as it sounds, especially when two amazing women are involved. At this stage, Mel's not just thinking about who fits into his life. He's thinking about whose hand he wants to hold when the cameras are off, when the spotlight fades, and when real life begins again. It's funny, isn't it? How love can be both thrilling and terrifying at the same time. One moment, it feels like a fairy tale. The next, it feels like a math problem with no right answer. But that's what makes this part of the journey so gripping. It's not perfect, it's human. In the next episode, we'll see Mel facing those final moments before he gives out the last rose. He's been pacing, reflecting, maybe even losing a little sleep. Every word Jesse said is echoing in his mind. You gotta make a decision. And fans can tell he's really feeling the pressure. There's this quiet emotional tension in the air. Mel knows whichever path he chooses will change 3 lives, his, Peg's, and Cindy's, because choosing one means saying goodbye to someone who doesn't deserve heartbreak. Rumor has it that both final dates are unforgettable. Peg apparently surprises Mel with something that totally melts his heart, a little gesture that shows just how well she knows him. And Cindy's final moments with Mel are said to be emotional enough to make even the crew tear up. When Mel finally faces Jesse again, it's not just about advice anymore. It's about resolve. Jesse asks one last time, "Are you ready?" And after a long pause, Mel nods. You can almost hear him whisper, "I think I know." Now, whether he actually does know, that's the mystery keeping everyone glued to the screen. No matter who Mel chooses, it's clear he's found something beautiful in both women. Peg brought the laughter back into his life. Cindy reminded him that love doesn't have to be loud to be strong. And through it all, Jesse Palmer's guidance gave him the clarity he needed to stop overthinking and start feeling. As the finale approaches, Bachelor Nation is buzzing. Will Mel follow his heart toward the woman who makes him laugh uncontrollably, or the one who makes him feel calm and safe? Either way, it's going to be a decision that defines this entire season. And something tells us this ending will be one for the books. Because in the end, love isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone who feels like home, even in the middle of a whirlwind. So, as Jesse said, it's time to make a decision, Mel. And no matter who gets that final rose, this story, your story, has already reminded millions that it's never too late to find love again.